TV St. John's.
Oh, hi guys. I'm Darren. Welcome to another episode of Pocket Universe. On today's show, we have EPOC on the Rock. Amanda, Brycen, and Thomas talk about their comic book, and Robbie Griffiths, aka Spiderman. So come on, right back after this. And welcome back. I want to welcome to the show Danica Templeton and Sharon Wilde from EPOC on the Rock. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Okay, tell us what EPOC on the Rock is, please.
EPOC is a LARP, which is an acronym for live action roleplay. And that is effectively, how I've always seen it, is Dungeons and Dragons, but with actual fake swords, and I'm actually trying to, like, take you down, except for without the blood.
Without the blood. Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start. Okay, so how did EPOC on the Rock get started?
I had moved from Ontario, and I had been a LARPer in Ontario, and when I moved here, and I realized I wasn't going to get my LARPing fix anymore, I went to sci-fi, and I stood in front of a bunch of nerds and said, please help me get my fix. I'll run it for you, I don't care. And that's just pretty much how it started.
Yeah.
It was just an absolute by fluke of I was on a bus with one of the security guys and sort of lamenting, and he was like, oh, why don't you get a panel? And I'm like, oh man, like it's like 3 weeks away kind of thing. Yeah. There's no room, there's no way. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure that we've got a couple of spaces. Put me in contact with Janet. Janet was like, yeah, here is the perfect slot.
Yep.
It was like Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Okay, yep.
And I was like, okay, done.
Yep.
Got that, bam.
Perfect. That's what I love how you just touched on that. It's like, you come from away, you come here. But it's not only come to Newfoundland, it's go to any convention. Yeah. And it's like you're in with a family all like right away, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I love about conventions, sci-fi conventions, comic book conventions, they're all alike. Well, okay, so you're here, you do your panel. What happens from there?
It starts in my backyard.
Yep.
Because I just happened to luck out with the backyard. I had a little bit of woods, so for the number of people that actually came, it was perfect size kind of thing.
Sure, yep.
We did a couple of meetings in the living room where it was like, here's how you construct a costume. She didn't need any help whatsoever.
Yeah, I want to get to that in a minute too.
Look, she made those herself. Yeah.
That's cool.
And then we had a couple of bits outside where it was like, here's how you throw a mana packet, because to cast your magic, you need mana. Now,
okay, so we got a live demonstration of stuff here now. Oh, that's okay about that.
That's a
Show it.
kind of poofy one.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of bird seed
wrapped up in
So what is okay? So we're LARPing.
Yeah.
What is that? What do you do with it?
So this is a fire mana, which means I can cast fire magic with it.
Okay.
Should I want to cast it, I have to say the proper incant.
Right.
And ensure that the mana touches the person or the item or the whatever that I'm wishing to cast it on. So because I'm a troll, fire strikes you 5 points.
Oh, okay. I got 5 points gone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gone. Okay, I'm dead.
Yeah, you got now,
you're a human with no armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're a squishy.
I'm a what?
You're a squishy.
I'm a squishy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so but there's 4 prime elements. I always get the two confused, and 2 pure elements. So there's the basics that you think of: fire, water, air, and earth.
Right.
And then void and essence. And void and essence are a culmination of the 4, effectively, but like the complementary or the opposing.
Awesome. How many are in your group?
I think we get 30 to 50. I think our highest was 50. It went a little lower during COVID.
We have never reached 50 at game. And I'm not bitter about that.
Not at all, I can tell.
Not bitter about the people that were like, oh, sorry, I would have made it 50, but I was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've, generally about 30-ish
Okay.
Particularly with the plague right now, it's sort of averages that.
That almost plays into it, you know. It's a plague, medieval times.
Oh man,
We call it that on purpose. Yeah.
LARPing with the plague.
Now we're going to get back to Danica for a second.
Yeah. So.
Do I say costume? What do I call it?
Yeah. Costume. Yeah.
But when we're playing, what do I?
It's just what I'm wearing.
Just what you're wearing, okay.
These are attached to my head. Like they're growing out of there when we're in game. Yeah.
Yep, grown out of the head. That's perfect. Yep.
Yeah, so we have a couple of, in our game, you can be a human. Lots of people play human just because it's comfortable to not have to wear something like this. I'm a fawn. I've got the horns. You can be an elf, an orc, a dwarf. In our game, dwarfs you don't actually need to be short to play a dwarf in our game. We don't carry over all of those fantasy stereotypes that you might be used to. You can play whatever you want.
Play whatever you want. That is so cool. And so you are what?
Fawn, so that's like sort of like Mr. Tumnus from Narnia. Is that what it's called from Narnia? You've got the horns. Some people might even have hooves if they want to play with that. Horns are all that's required, but yeah.
Cool. Now you've got a couple of little satchels on your belt.
Oh yes, my character. She I play a character. I'm an alchemist, is what I am. I brew potions. Is what I do.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm always carrying just tons of jars.
Oh wow!
And things.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I expect it was like, okay, well this is empty. It was like she's actually got bottles there with stuff into it. Right?
Oh well, when you start LARP, you might be playing with a bunch of empty bottles for show. Just like, I'm gonna play an alchemist, so I have these bottles. But then the more you play, I've been playing 8 years now. I'm like, I need every ounce of space. I
That's so cool. I love it.
There's actually something that fell on your lap, the tag.
Oh, yeah.
That's how a lot of items are represented in game, is with a tag. And so it's just a brief description of what the item is, if there's a potential expiration date. And so in order to brew potions or anything like that, you need those tags.
Gotcha.
So that's where, when you're doing, say, Arcane Dissection or Gathering, which she really pioneered that, so many tales of Malva just calling out from, like, the deep woods, guys, I have my hand stuck in a rock! Somebody want to help?
We actually have, like, out in the woods, we'll put, like, Kinder Egg capsules that you can actually go and find for, like, your alchemy ingredients and
that's
things.
nice.
Yeah.
But when you crack them open, it's not just necessarily, here's your flora, or here's your ore, but sometimes it's also... by the way, when you put your hand under the rock, something bit you, and when you pulled your hand out, the rock collapsed. So now your hand's stuck, and you're slow poisoned.
Oh, okay. Then we need some help.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, so how long you guys been in existence now?
2014.
2014, yeah.
Was when we started. So, we'll be entering 9.
Well, it'll be season 9 when this airs. Yeah, we'll just be finishing up.
That's excellent. Yep. Now, so you guys want to plan, and what are your events called?
Events.
Oh, events, okay.
So we tend to name them specifically, like, per event kind of thing.
Okay.
So, like 1 year we had, it was all based around the sea. So all of our event names were Great Big Sea Songs.
Gotcha, okay.
Because, but something that the title of the song invoked an idea of what the event was.
Okay. So you've got an idea for an event.
Yep.
What happens from there?
Chaos.
Of course it does. I love you guys.
So we generally...
Planned chaos.
Yeah. We do full weekend events. So we're staying at like a cabin somewhere over the course of a weekend. And we'll do that generally once a month from May to October, and then maybe have some off-season events.
Okay.
And so you'll show up on Friday, and we'll have our safety speech. You get into costume, and then after that, you're in character for the whole weekend.
So I mean no insult, so I don't know if it is or not. I'm familiar with D&D.
Yep.
They got a dungeon, someone that runs the game.
Yep.
Is this similar?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the AD, or the artistic director.
That's what it's called, okay.
Yeah. And lots of other places, might call it a GM, like a game master kind of thing. It sort of depends on your flavor.
Yeah.
And so I'll come up, we'll do log, which is everybody collecting their souls, which is their character sheets, and any income they might have gotten.
Yep.
I do a safety speech, which is just telling them, please don't set things on actual fire, thank you.
Yep.
And then I'll call game on.
Yep.
And then at that point, I have my cast with me, which is a bunch of other equally crazy nerds that help me just run the event and kill or not kill my players.
And is there always like a goal on the end at the end of the event? Like, do you have to go and find something or vanquish somebody, or is it just?
No, it's like D&D in the sense that each session is part of the story.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Right, and so there is, like, within each event, we do try to do a beginning, middle, and end, just so that way when you're walking away and you're going to not be coming back for a month kind of thing, that there's just some feeling, satisfying feeling of conclusion, at least, of the story. Even if it's that, oh, well, we are all boned next month because the warlord's coming back. Yeah. Which may or may not have happened in one of the seasons.
This is cool. This is cool.
But yeah, there's not necessarily like, in order, you have to save the day every single event. It is preparing to save the day at the end of the season or maybe at the end of a couple of seasons.
Okay, I'd love to talk to you guys more, but come to the end of our time. How would somebody contact you if they want to get involved with EPOC on the Rock?
We are on Facebook.
Yep.
EPOC on the Rock, or also email EPOC the Rock, because I was clever when I started this. And I think we have Discord.
Yeah, we have a Discord. I think you just go on Facebook and find a link to the Discord. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll put that up. Yeah. Excellent.
Cool, thank you.
All right, so Danica and Sharon from EPOC on the Rock, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll be right back after this. I want to welcome Spiderman, a.k.a. Robbie Griffiths, to the show.
Thanks for having me, Darren.
Welcome, Spidey.
Thank you.
So, love the suit.
Thank you very much. Very fitting.
Very fitting. So, Robbie, how did we get into cosplaying, and especially why Spider-Man?
I got back in cosplaying a few years ago. My brother took me to a sci-fi convention here on Newfoundland, and went one day, and I never had a suit, and I got a Spider-Man suit one year, and it just kind of took off from there.
And you of course, you enjoy doing as Spider-Man.
Very much enjoy.
This costume.
Yeah.
Where is this from? I don't mean like what retail store, but like comic books from one of the movies.
This one here was from one of the movies, Tom Holland, the Iron Spider-Man.
Okay.
And very much loved the suit in the movie, and kind of wanted a suit as well, because I've seen a lot of kids kind of enjoyed it as well.
Enjoyed it well, yep. So what events, local events, do you do as Spider-Man?
Local events, I do a few things with the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay.
I do a few special visits there for a few kids that's been showing up there, and kind of help them out, make their stay a little bit more enjoyable and memorable for them.
Sure, that's nice.
I do the polka dot trot as well every year.
Polka dot, what's that? I'm not familiar with that one.
Polka dot trot's with the Dr. H. Bliss Cancer Foundation at the Health Science. And it's one day, all cancers, and it's a 5K walk that they do.
Wow, that's amazing. 5K, and you do it in a suit?
I do it in the Deadpool suit that I have, not in the Spider-Man. No.
Okay, so you also cosplay as
Deadpool, yes.
Deadpool. Excellent. That's amazing. So what other events now do you do? Like, I know you say, so charity events. Do you do anything besides those two?
The Ronald McDonald House and the Dr. Bliss Cancer Foundation is usually the two main ones that I do. I did the Red Sox, the Ronald McDonald as well. And that's usually the two main ones that I do around. And I come here and help out with Heroes and Hobbies whenever she has events. Yep.
Now for like planned things like Sci-Fi on the Rock and Avalon Expo and the other conventions around the province, do you usually show up to those?
The Sci-Fi on the Rock downtown I usually show up for. The ones outside of town I aren't able to make it to them.
Oh, okay.
But the one downtown, absolutely. Anytime I can make it to them, I'm usually there.
That's excellent. So when you're at a convention now, what do you do? Like, do you walk around all the time in costume, or do you set certain hours? And
I usually go and I'll bring probably 2 to 3 costumes with me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll start off with probably Deadpool, and then give it an hour or two, visit some of the local artists that's there, get some pictures done in that cosplay, and then go and change it up and break up the day.
Okay. So now, when you're in costume and someone wants a picture, do they just snap it, or do they come up to you, or how?
They're usually really good. They just come over and they'll politely ask if we could take a picture with you, and absolutely 100% you can have a picture. It's a courtesy to just kind of ask as well.
Sure, yeah. So is there a charge for it? Like if someone wants to get a picture, which is, do you charge for something like that?
No, not at all. I just usually walk around, and if someone wants to get a picture, I'll force.
It's almost like he's expected if you're in a suit to be asked to take a picture.
Absolutely, right? Especially the kids that are excited. I'm not going to charge any kids.
No, that's right. That is so cool. That is so cool. Now, your suit, that looks incredibly warm. Did you want to take off the hat or anything?
Absolutely.
Is it called, what's it called? What's the proper terminology?
Mask.
A mask, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Good hair day.
Yes.
I got the same problem. There you go. So back to your charity work now. So Ronald McDonald House will call you up.
Yeah.
They'll have an event plan. What kind of events do you usually do when you go to like a charity?
They had the tree lighting. I can't remember the name of the actual tree lighting event that they have there, but it's the Light of Hope, I think it is.
Okay.
And basically you go in, you make a donation anywhere between $5 and upwards, and you get this light bulb, and you change out the light bulbs with this red light bulb to put onto the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just recently over Christmas. They usually do that.
And that's in memory of somebody? Or?
Usually in memory of someone, yes.
So you must like have a wicked heart on you to be able to go and do something like that.
A lot of kids go through a lot of the hard things, and just to be there and surprise them, and it brings joy to them to see different characters that they kind of meet.
So again, back with the Ronald McDonald House, do you only do Spider-Man for that one, or do you do other?
Just a Spider-Man I usually do for him. I'll show up, and then there was one little feller that's been there quite a few times, and went and surprised him to a window visit one day, and just completely caught him off surprise. He was actually playing the Spider-Man video game when I surprised him.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so got him outside, got playing with them, got a few pictures with them. Made his stay there a lot more enjoyable.
And the kids up there, they really need like
some
emotional support too, because it's really hard on them.
And they're absolutely fantastic. Christine Morgan and Heather Butler, that's up there. Like they do a fantastic job up there, keeping it comfortable for all those up there.
Yeah, that's good on you for doing it. Because if I was doing that, I think I'd be crying 24 hours a day.
It's definitely, it touches the heart, especially when you're doing it, because you're seeing something that these kids shouldn't be going through.
That's right.
And being able to be a part of that to help make their day and their lives a little bit more enjoyable, to make a memory for them that's going to be with them in their hearts for days on end.
They'll remember that forever. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Now, so go back now again to, like, say your other costumes. You say you have this one, Deadpool. What other ones do you have?
I have an Assassin's Creed one that I like to play with every now and then, kind of go out around the city, and haven't had any pictures done with that one.
Yeah. Now that's from a video game?
That one's from a video game, yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say that's a very ominous looking costume too.
Yes.
Yeah, that one is. And who else do you have?
I also have the Joker, and I have a Batman costume as well as the vintage Batman one I have.
Vintage as in 1960s, Adam West?
Yeah, Adam West one. Yeah.
Do we do the voice too?
I can't do the voice. I can't get deep enough.
He was wild. So if someone wanted to contact you, how do they contact you?
They can usually contact me on my Facebook page through Messenger and kind of set something up. I usually try to flexible, try to work with them. I work full time with the Loblaws, so trying to work around it can be difficult sometimes, but I'll try my best to do what I can.
So what's your name? Like Robbie, what would they find you on under Facebook? Robbie?
Just Robbie Griffiths.
Robbie Griffiths.
Plain as day.
What's that?
Plain as day.
Plain as day. All right, well, Robbie Griffiths, a.k.a. Spider-Man, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back. I want to welcome to the show Brycen Crowley, Amanda, and Thomas down here. Okay, sir. Brycen, tell us about this comic you created.
So this comic was created because when COVID happened, a lot of stuff was shut down, including Heroes and Hobbies.
Yeah.
Which made me think maybe I should write a comic. To cheer up Amanda.
Oh, that's nice. Cheer up Amanda. And who is the main character of the comic book?
The main character of the comics is Thomas.
And Thomas is this little guy down here.
Yeah.
Hey, Thomas. And so what's your comic about?
The comics are about when danger, like book-eating robots and action figures, evil scientists, and things like that, try to danger the world. Yeah. And Thomas comes to save it.
So does Thomas have a superhero suit in the comic? He's got a cape by the look of this, and he's got a mask too. Excellent.
And he's got a little sidekick. Who is it?
The hedgehog, Hedgie.
That's Hedgie.
Oh, Hedgie the hedgehog. Okay, that's his buddy. So they save the comic book shop, or they save the world?
Bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay, so why did you come up with the comic? Like, I know you said because of the COVID and that, but why did you pick Thomas?
Because Thomas is the greatest dog in the world.
Of course he is. That he is. Now, so people can buy your comic. We're here at the Heroes and Hobbies.
Yep, they can get it here. All the profits from that comic go to Rescue NL.
Excellent.
So the first time you did this comic, how much did you raise when we had the signing?
Around $1,000, I think.
I think it was close to 15, wasn't it? Yeah, $1,500 or $1,600. Yeah.
From your first comic book sale.
Yeah, and we had a signing here for him, and we had all kinds of people come in and support him, which was awesome.
And the money went all to charity.
It went all to Rescue NL, yeah.
And you're how old?
12 now.
12 now. And you came up with this idea on your own. That's amazing, sir.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Fantastic.
So how many comics have we written? Is it just one?
Now it's become 4.
It's become 4. And proceeds from the other 3 comics
also go to Rescue NL.
And Rescue NL, Amanda, just tell us a little about Rescue NL and Thomas's association with them.
So he was a rescue. He came to me when he was about a year and a half old, and we've had him for close to 7 years now, close on that, and he is a wonderful dog. So they rescued him. He was left outside. He wasn't really cared for, nothing like that. Yeah, but he's living the best life now.
He comes to work every day here, right?
Every day, yeah.
He comes to work.
Every day, and people come in just to see him. Yeah. We call him, we refer to him as everybody's emotional support dog.
Oh my
because
God.
Everybody needs a dog.
Everybody do need a dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas, what do you think of all that, sir? He said, I'm just looking at the treats in Mom's pockets now. That's what I'm mostly concerned about. So tell us really quickly now about your other comics. This is number 1, and what happens in this one?
Oh, this is the Christmas special.
The Christmas special, okay.
Number 4.
Yep.
Where the reindeer quit for Santa.
Yep.
On Christmas Eve.
Oh my, okay. What? That's not good.
Because of the fog. So.
All right.
So Santa calls.
Yep.
On Thomas.
Of course.
And he finds a special potion which brings the action figures to life again.
Yep.
And they pull the sleigh, saving Christmas.
And Thomas figured all that out on his own. That is pretty cool. So this is number what? Did you say number 4?
This is the 4th one, yes.
4th one. So what happens in the first one?
In the first one, there is a robot, a book-eating robot, or a robook, as I call it.
Yep.
And he tries to, take over the world.
Yep.
And the store. And Super Thomas comes and saves the world.
Perfect. Okay, so number 2?
Number 2 is where the evil scientist comes in, Kaimok, which is comic spelled backwards. And
so it is?
Isn't it?
He's pretty clever.
He's clever.
Yep.
He makes a potion that makes all the action figures come to life.
Yep.
And then Super Thomas has to save the world again.
So that's number
2.
Number 2, and what happens in number 3?
In number 3, one of the action figures manages to survive and finds Dr. Kaimok, who makes him a shield.
Yep.
And then that's where Hedgie comes in, because there was no leads on where this one went.
Yep.
So he called upon his sidekick, who snuck into the evil lab, and that's how they saved the world, because they arrested him then, or something like
Oh, that's pretty cool. So Thomas and Hedgie, yes, that's you. You and Hedgie are awesome. Okay, guys, so this is excellent. I want to take Brycen, this is amazing. So did you do all the work on it, the coloring, art, work, everything?
Yeah.
Right, the whole thing?
It usually takes about a week to make one.
Make one.
Bit over a week.
So guys, if somebody wanted to get a copy of it, how would we get a copy?
Contact Heroes and Hobbies. You can use phone, Facebook page, Instagram, anything like that. I do have about 50 copies left.
Okay.
And that includes number 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So if anybody wanted, they can contact you and come and pick them up.
Yeah.
Brycen, Amanda, Thomas, Hedgie, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back after this.
If you have questions or comments about Pocket Universe, you can email us at darren.pocketuniverse@gmail.com. We had an amazing show today. I want to say a big thank you to all of our guests, especially Spiderman.
Steve, get him, Spider-Man!
Hide my hand. So for example, in this photo, it's the car.
Oh, yes, okay.
Or in another photo, it's a boulder. Or in another photo, it's a sign. Something that I can put my hand, where my hand is holding the toy behind. And so I will edit out my hand, and then I will edit out what I want, like basically mask out what I want in front of the dinosaur, and put that back over top, hiding where I would be holding it.
Throughout the year, we do outreach in Labrador, so we go to Labrador. Again, this is like pre-pandemic, but this is, we do a lot of outreach. And iFly has ongoing classes, so I have 12 classes a week. I have 11 instructors, and we do performances. I take groups to Montreal in the summer for training. I'm doing that this summer. We'll have done that this summer,
So with the festival that you put off, so pre-pandemic or post, what's involved with the festival? How does it start? What goes on?
Yeah, it's incredible. Like I said, we're going into our 5th year. It's kind of like we're here to stay. We've really proved ourselves. We're recognized internationally as a international festival. We bring a lot of people from Quebec. That's where there's a lot of circus concentrated. But it's a 4-day festival that highlights world-class, high-level shows each night. We did one at the Rooms last year, which was amazing. So we took over the Rooms and had an immersive experience with these amazing aerialists coming down from the ceiling, if you can picture the rooms full of circus.
That's right,
we do shows at the Arts and Culture Center, and we bring in, usually we feature a country. We've been trying to feature Germany. Finally, we're able to bring them here.
If you have a comment about this program,